I entered the room she was in, quickly and unexpectedly, and there she was, wearing the new nightgown I had bought for her today. I rushed towards her laptop and saw that the camera light was on. I shut the laptop with my foot, and at that moment, I couldn't hold back. Tears started streaming down my face, uncontrollably. She looked at me. She reminded me of the promise and vow I had made to her and to God during our engagement, that I would never lay a hand on her, never hit her, no matter what. I told her, I am still keeping my promise and my vow. Then I began speaking to her, words pouring out like a heavy rainstorm. I reminded her of everything I had done for her, things few men would ever do for their wives. I reminded her of every word she used to say to me during those days. Then I told her, by morning, I don't want to see any of your clothes in the closet. I want them all packed. I want you gone, back to your parents' house. She followed me into the bedroom in a miserable state, falling at my feet, trying to kiss them. I lay on the bed and held our child, who had woken up terrified by his mother's strange behavior. His eyes seemed to say he needed a hug. I held him close and asked her to leave the room. In the morning, I went to her. She was sitting in the living room. I told her, go to your parents' house. She replied, please, please, for the sake of your kind mother, who always stood by you. Don't make me face her early in the morning. Take me in the evening, and I promise I'll go. I agreed to her request, out of respect for her mother. A good, religious woman who didn't deserve to be shocked by seeing her daughter at the door with her things so early. From that morning until the evening, she followed me everywhere in the house, clinging to my feet, repeating, I've never met a man like you. Please, don't leave me. And every time I told her, I made myself into one of the best men, one who fears God and how he treats his wife, caring for her with kindness. There was nothing you asked for that I didn't fulfill. Even when I couldn't, I forced myself to make it happen. She would reply, yes, you never failed me. By God, you never failed. I would ask her, then why did you do what you did to me? But she wouldn't answer. I repeated, did I ever fall short in my duties towards you? She cried, no. By God, and by the one who created our son, you never fell short. I said, I am in complete shock at what you've done to me. What shocks me even more is that you come from a household that raises its sons and daughters to seek God's pleasure. She answered through tears, please, stop talking. Your words are tearing my heart apart. I kept reproaching her. She could only respond with begging and pleading. She even tried to do things to calm my anger, but none of it eased my sorrow. Then I took my son, who was not yet 5, away from the TV and brought him close. She said, please, don't take him from me. Let him live between us. Let me serve you both like a maid, and you can do whatever you want. Then her crying grew louder, and my heart began to soften. I started to feel pity for her, for my son, and for our home, which was about to fall apart because of a mistake she had made. I told her, I will forgive you, not for your sake, but for our sons, who would otherwise live torn between divorced parents. She cried from overwhelming joy. Days passed after that incident, until I was hit with a harsh blow from my son. He said to me, Mom left me playing alone and went out of the complex. She didn't come back for 3 hours. Flames of anger ignited inside me. I kept repeating, oh God, what do I do? I must watch her closely. The first shock came when she thought I was asleep. She sneaked out of our bedroom, and I quietly followed her. I stood near the door and heard her laughing, whispering, speaking words of love and passion to someone. She was talking to another man with words I couldn't even repeat, insulting me, claiming I couldn't satisfy her desires. A fire burned within me. I didn't know what to do with this betrayal. I tried to control myself, but my feet froze in place. My mind was lost between shock and rage. I pulled myself together and returned to my room. And what a horror awaited me. She was completely naked in front of the laptop camera. With all my strength, I tried to attack her. But forgiveness has a limit. Will he reach it in part 3?